What's going on, world? This is your girl, Miss Lou. Happy New Year, just in case I have not talked to you in person. I love each and every one of you, and thank you for tuning in for another moment with Lou. I wanted to start the year off by just sharing some poetry, getting some stuff off my chest. Hopefully, it ministers to you in some form or fashion. Let me know what you think by leaving some comments down below, but let's get to it. I was born and raised in the dirty South. And where I'm from, the only thing dirty about my streets was the outskirts. Because on the inside, yo, we had community, love for one another. Type of neighborhood that no matter what block you lived on, I considered you a sister or a brother. But it wasn't until I stepped out the outskirts of the community where I realized that I was from Decatur, where it's greater depending on your color. And for a long time, the only thing that shielded me from that reality was my mother, who told me that if I wanted to fly, she would sew me wings. So she did. She stayed up all night making them out of her dreams because she wanted me to soar to a new height. Told me that if I wanted to reach the sky, I'd need Delta in order to make that flight. So when I grew up and I moved out, I packed my bags full of all of the possibilities of all the things that I could be. And I entered into a world that unfortunately only saw my skin color when it looked at me. And after looking around at all the segregated schools and the limited opportunities that were designed for me, well, my bag of possibilities seemed lighter and lighter. My future started looking dim when I promised you had once seemed brighter, and I found myself trying to conform to this Anglo-Saxon culture that was different from mine. Bowing down to assimilation because I couldn't find my spine, and mama, I promised I was just trying to reach the other side of the railroad tracks. And even though I hate to admit it, once I crossed over, it was never my intentions on looking back. Because I was brainwashed into thinking that if I wanted to move up like the Jeffersons, I had to forget about the good times. So I purchased myself a new identity with my few pennies and my rusted out dimes. No symbiosis between me and who I used to be. Because only one is correct. So I told myself, you will not let them see your curly hair. And you will not let them hear your native dialect. At the end of the day, mama, all I really wanted to do was just make you proud of me. But somehow, in my quest for success, I lost my identity. And where do broken identities go? Can they find their way home? I realized I was running away from the only place in which I truly belonged. I'd taken my degrees and a whole bunch of materialistic things and tried to hide, forgetting that the things that truly shape me are the intangible things on the inside. See, I learned that it is not my skin color that places me at a social or economical disadvantage. It was my mentality, thinking that I had to act white in order to have upward mobility. But now I realize that I don't have to look like my sister to my left, and I do not have to act like my sister to my right. And I thank God for making me perfectly in His image every night. I have now learned to adapt instead of transform. Celebrate my differences that separate me from the norm. I am no longer a puppet. I have cut the string because I learned a long time ago that if I wanted to reach the sky, all I had to do was dust off my wings. Thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed it.